Indianapolis 500 qualifying is officially concluded from Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and Kyle Larson has qualified 21st for the 2025 Indy 500. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. As I just said a second ago, Indianapolis 500 qualifying is officially concluded from Indianapolis Motor Speedway on Saturday, and Kyle Larson has qualified 21st for the Indianapolis 500. Kyle Larson has had a very tumultuous week so far in 2025. On Friday, on Fast Friday, near the end of the day, Kyle Larson had gone out and ran his run to try to see if he can get a really solid time to get prepared for Saturday. Unfortunately, Kyle Larson had a very, very bad crash entering turn number 2. Turn number 3, I should say, and he basically backed it up a little bit. Now, the good news for Larson is that he did not destroy the tub of the car. If he destroyed the tub, he would have had to go to a backup car, but he destroyed the front wing and he destroyed the rear wing. Now, they actually got the car repaired and they were going to go get Kyle Larson back out on the racetrack, but they ran out of time to get out there. But they did a little bit of a shakedown and got 214 miles an hour. Then during the warm-up earlier today, Kyle Larson went out there. He ran a couple laps, but then he brought debris on the racetrack from the air hose of his car, and he would get a 5-minute penalty and would never get back out on the racetrack once again. Now, in his first run, which was the 19th draw of the event, the main focus, they had a lot of downforce in the car to make sure they can make it and get at least a time on the board. And Kyle Larson was able to get a decent time on the board where he was able to have, I believe, a 230.1 or 2 second lap, which at the time was enough, as in the first round, Kyle Larson would be around 25th or 26th, not being completely saved by any stretch of imagination, but not being in any way, in any shape or form, in danger of getting bumped, considering drivers like Colton Herta had really bad crashes. Colton Herta's crash was really, really bad, and other drivers in the race like Marcus Armstrong having a really scary crash during the practice session before qualifying took place. Then Kyle Larson would once again get back out there, and Kyle Larson would actually do a much more improved time, as in for lap number 1 of the time, he would have a 2:31.946, which would at the time would have jumped up to nearly being in the Fast 12. Then the second lap, we had 2:31.432, a decent drop, but not too bad. Lap 3 would be a 2:31.152 for lap number 3. And then lap number 4, Kyle Larson would have a 2:30.779. He would average a 2:31.326. That meant at the time Larson would be around 15th or 16th. This would guarantee him a way in the Indy 500. Not enough to go for the Fast 12. They were considering going back out there to try to get the Fast 12, but they would not get back out there once again. So that means that Kyle Larson will start 21st in this year's Indianapolis 500. What that means is that Kyle Larson will not have to go back to the track later today. He is set to go and focus on racing in the AllStar Race, which of course will be starting in last. Justin Allgaier was the reserve driver for that, but now Kyle Larson's focus will be transitioning over to the AllStar Race. The number 17 Hendrick Car's car has not had overall the most reliability. I think it's because Larson has not been fully used to the hybrid yet, unfortunately. They don't have, in my opinion, the car to go out there and win the race, but 21st is not the end of the world, all things considered. We have seen drivers start middle pack. Pat O'Ward, I think, started like 16th or 17th last year, and he jumped up and nearly won the race last year. So if they can get the car figured out on Monday practice, depending on the weather, because weather could be a factor for a Monday, but if they can get the reliability of that car figured out, I do think that Larson could be a contender for a top 10. I still think Larson has it in him, but I think the most important thing was just getting in the show, and being 21st is not the end of the world. He's got time to get the car figured out. He'll be on track there. He's also got Carb Day coming up really soon as well. So Larson will get the chance to be out there and get some time on the track as well. But for Larson, 21st place is not amazing by any stretch of imagination, but considering that yesterday they destroyed the car, well, they didn't destroy the car, but they damaged the car, that's not really bad, all things considered. Now, for those wondering about the bump, because we can kind of focus on that, it was a really tight battle on the bump side of things today. Colton Herta, who had crashed during his run, he just made it in by about 1/10, basically a little bit of like a 10th mile an hour, something like that. He will start 29th, so Colton Herta, very heroic move to get back in the Indy 500. He'll start in 29th. And Graham Rahal, who's been on the bump and been in that bubble range for the last 4 or 5 years, he does not have to worry about making. He just makes it in. He'll be starting 30th in the Indianapolis 500 next Sunday. The 4 drivers they're going to be going for are Rinus VeeKay, Marcus Armstrong, Jacob Abel, and Marco Andretti. I'll be honest, Marcus Armstrong didn't do a horrendous job considering he was trying to get a little bit out there. But Marcus Armstrong being down there, considering how strong he was yesterday, he's been strong all week. He's going to have some work to do, but I'm confident he's going to make it. Rinus VeeKay has been struggling most of the week so far, but I think it'll be just enough for him to get in there. The one I'm going to say right now that I'm saying that's going to get bumped is Jacob Abel. Jacob Abel was terrible in his first run, had a 227-mile-an-hour lap, which is surprising considering Jacob Abel's not been like up there at the top of the stretch imagination, but Jacob Abel has not really shown as much speed today, and he bailed on the second run. IndyCar waved off his run, so he is going to have a lot of work to do, and I think he's the one most likely, unfortunately, going to get bumped. I think Mark Andretti could be the other one to watch for here, but we'll see if Armstrong can have the speed. Now, the 12 cars that are going for the Fast 12 are Alex Palou, Scott McLaughlin, Joseph Newgarden, and Pat O'Ward. Scott Dixon, Robert Schwartzman, very impressive for the driver of the Prema machine. Dave Malukas, who put up a hell of a run. Felix Rosenqvist, Takuma Sato for Ray Hall, big deal there. Will Power, Marcus Ericsson, and Christian Lugard are the 12 drivers who are going to go for the Fast 12. Connor Daly just barely missed out by less than 1/10 of a mile an hour. So big deal for Connor to qualify 13th, though, after his time got disallowed originally. My prediction is Alex Palou is going to win the pole. He's one of only 2 or 3 guys that got over 233 miles an hour. I think Alex Palou most likely is going to be your pole sitter for the Indianapolis 500 this year. But getting back to Kyle Larson, he's in the Indy 500. Now the main focus, try to go out there and do the best he can. He's going to, of course, be focused on trying to win the Coke 600. I think Larson will get a top 10 more than likely. I think he's got a good chance and opportunity. This could also be the last time we see Kyle Larson run the Indy 500 for quite some time. I'm not sure what the plan is for 2026. He's not throwing it completely out of the possibility of running the Indy 500 next year, but I don't think we'll be seeing him back there in 26. And just saying, Kyle Busch is interested in running the Indy 500. Hey, Aaron McLaren, if you want to give Kyle Busch an opportunity, do it. Or someone like an SVG goes out there. That'd be really cool. Or Chase Elliott gets the opportunity with you guys. That'd be really, really cool. But at the end of the day, good for Larson to make the Indy 500 this year. Again, I don't think Larson has the overall pace to win it, but I think he'll be in for a run. You never know how things are going to go. They're going to adjust on that car. Larson's going to get more experience with that thing, and I think Larson will be more of a factor when we do get to the race. I think he's a sleeper for a good run. We'll see what Kyle Larson could do, but nonetheless, it's a massive deal that Kyle Larson is officially locked into the Indy 500. Now, the main focus later tonight is to try to win the AllStar Race. He's going to have a lot of work to do, very difficult to pass. He's going to have to beat guys like Chase Elliott. If Bubba Wallace, Ryan Preece, or SVG make it, he'll deal with those guys in the back. And then, of course, he's going to have to deal with guys like Chris Bell, who showed really good speed, and Ryan Blaney also was really, really fast today as well. And Brad Keselowski is looking to get some momentum for this team. He has struggled all year long, so he's going to be on the pole for the event, and I think that Larson will be one to watch out for, though, as he'll be trying to drive his way up to the front. Nonetheless, congratulations, Larson, on making the year's Indy 500. He's got some work to do in the race, but to make the Indy 500 is very accomplished feat, and Larson now looks to try to win his first ever Indy 500 and try to join the Borg winners. If he wins the Indy 500 this year, I think you're going to have that conversation of best driver in the world come up once again. So we'll see what happens, but nonetheless, congratulations to Larson on making the Indy 500. So, that is going to be our today's special video on Kyle Larson making the Indy 500. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go more of that and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. Your thoughts about Kyle Larson making the Indy 500 and starting 21st. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know where you think he is going to end up finishing in the Indy 500 this year. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Later tonight on the channel, we're going to do reactions to the AllStar Open. We'll also have a race review for the AllStar Race as well. We're going to, Monday, have a NASCAR news. We're discussing news over the course of the last couple of days. We're going to talk about people like Haley Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen, Cards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Bubba Wallace, Ross Chastain, Junior Motorsports, Connor Zilic. We're also going to talk about Dodge and maybe some rumors around that. Cam Waters, Brock Feeney, and also Will Brown as well. We're going to talk about other people like Brad Keselowski as well, and Carson Quaffle, Sam Mayer, Sheldon Creed, and other people in the industry like Cleesa Farland, Matt DiBenedetto, Frankie Muniz as well, and other people in the industry as we get close to Memorial Day weekend. We got a lot of fun racing coming up soon, and a lot of great content dropping on the channel very soon that we'll be discussing in the coming weeks. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.